Today we're heading to Angelus Hut for the night. We're going to go across the Robert Ridge track via the Pinchgut. I've been joined by Ian, and then in the morning, if the weather behaves itself, we're planning to go up Angelus Peak. And all the times I've been up to Angelus Hut, which must be at least half a dozen, I've never managed to get up Angelus Peak, so very much looking forward to that. Lake Rotoriti looking splendid. St Arnaud, you can see there. Angelus Hut sits at 1,650 metres, but the car park is only 900 metres, so the vertical gain isn't massive, and most of it is climbed in the first hour and a half. So to me, it's a pretty straightforward tramp. The only caveat to that is the weather. The ridgeline is not the place to be in really poor conditions if you're not used to it or you're not prepared for those conditions. The hut has 28 bunks and you do have to book. You do it online. It's $30 a night. There are 5 camp spots. Can't remember how much the camp spots are. I have camped there before and it was probably the worst camp spot I've ever had, and I had to pay for it. But I think Doc have put platforms in now. If I remember, I'll do a quick video of it when I'm up there. When I booked, there was about 7 or 8 people in the hut, so it should be not too bad. Just heading up to the relax shelter now, where I'll meet Ian. I'm a little bit faster uphill than him, so we said we'd meet here. If you watch my Mount Fail video, you know I like to split walks into sections, and this is the first section here to the relax shelter. I'll stick a map in the corner. So a little bit of an update. Ian's not feeling very flash, so he's decided to head back down. I'm just going to push on to the hut on my own. So I've just started what I call the second section, which I think is pretty straightforward. It's from the relax shelter to the base of Julius Summit, or is it Julius Peak? I can't remember. Just played a bit of video back to see if I turned the mic on, and noticed my backpack was making an annoying squeaking sound. So apologies for that. I thought that was only reserved for Osprey packs. Pack weight this trip, only 12 kg, and the joy of not carrying a tent or a sleeping mat. About a year or so ago, I decided to try and go lighter on all my gear wherever possible. Probably because I was carrying camera gear, and then on top of that, taking one of my dogs into hills with all their gear. And then with my ever advancing years, it seemed like a sensible idea. This sack is the Durston Kakwa 55 and it weighs in less than 1 kg. It's super comfy and I've not had any back or hip pain since using it, so I'm really happy with it. For those of you interested, my last sack was the Osprey Atmos 65. Okay, so we're just coming up on Flagtop. Doc say this is the halfway mark, and they say it's 12k all the way from the car park to the hut, and they say it lasts 6 hours. Okay, so we're just coming up to the end of what I call the second section. There's Julius Summit there. I'm just going to stop there for lunch. As I said, it's probably taking me an hour and 10 from the relax shelter. And our first look at the vegetable sheep. Let's go and have a quick look. I believe they're nicknamed vegetable sheep. I've no idea how to pronounce their real name because they look like sheep on the side of a mountain. Very cool indeed. So I'm just starting the third section now. Just had a quick look at the map. It says as the crow flies it's 3.6 kilometers to the hut. In fact, actually the track pretty much goes as the crow flies. This ridge line, certainly wouldn't say it's technical because I can do it, but it's certainly interesting, and you do have to pay attention to your footing, and it's quite a lot of fun. And I've already gone off the track, look there. Here comes the fun bit now. We'll usually have a little bit of a slide here, so I think I'll just put this away for a minute. Whoop, there we go, sliding already. And you can just see Speargrass Hut down there. I'm not sure whether you'll pick it up on this camera, but it's in that clearing. I am hoping to capture a couple of time lapses if possible while I'm here. At the moment it's obviously pretty clear, given it's New Zealand, given it's alpine. Who knows what may happen. Oh look, more vegetable sheep. Hello vegetable sheep. Today it's supposed to be like this all day without much wind. Mind you, there is always wind on the ridgeline. It's a little fresh. It was 1 degree according to the car, and it's supposed to be about -1 overnight with a max of 5 or 6 during the day. Tomorrow, not really sure what we're going to get. We've been looking at various weather forecasts and it's been changing a lot. Definitely cloud, possibly rain, and a bit more wind. So hopefully we will be able to head up Angelus Peak and get back across the ridgeline, as neither of us fancy coming out via Speargrass Hut. Looks like quite a cool camp spot down there actually. There's Angelus Peak in front of us, and just right up top on that ridgeline there is we'll get our first view of Lake Angelus and Angelus Hut. And then it's just, I don't know, 15 minutes down to the hut from up the top there, maybe 20. Other than Ian having to go home, which was a real shame because he loves this walk. It has been a cracking day so far. Oops. It's like being 18 again on a Friday night. Just coming up to the end of the third section in about 10 minutes. First view of Lake Angelus and Angelus Hut. Can't for the life of me work out why people want to come here. I'd love to talk to you about geology here. Actually, that's a lie, I know nothing about geology. Ian's never around when you need him. But it has created something pretty cool. Okay, section 4. Down to the hut. I won't bother putting a map on because you can kind of clearly see where we're going. And according to Topo, my moving time was 3 hours 29. The lapse time was 4 hours and 15. The length was 12.6k, which they said about 12, so that's about right. Climb was 1,087. I'm surprised at that. and the descent was 285, so not too bad. Pretty cool. What a great walk. Jane's note for me, hopefully I won't need to do this tomorrow. So there's one of the camp spots there. Well, that's going to be a bit flatter than when I stayed. That's probably the flattest lie you'd ever get. And the reason they only have 5 camp spots here is that they're trying to limit the damage to the area. So they want you to camp in those exact spots. So I've just set my first time lapse up. It's not the most exciting so far. Angelus Peak to the left, it's actually quite a nice ridge line. Settings are F8. Shutter speed's 125 at the moment. That's probably a touch too high. It's better when it's down around the 60 to 50 and then all the way down, because it helps give a little bit of motion blur when you put the time lapse together and not too jumpy. And my ISO is 80 to get that speed down. I've got an 8-second gap, just purely because nothing much is happening, so it might speed it up when I come to process it. And I've gone wider. I'm at 10mm on the camera. It's a 10 to 18 and I'm at 10 because you lose a little bit when I take it into the program to make the video. You lose a little bit top and bottom, so I will lose a little bit of the bottom and try and keep as much of the sky as I can, because obviously there's nothing moving at the bottom. It's pre-focused in autofocus, and then put it into manual focus, and it's in aperture priority. So I'll just let the camera do the exposure, and I'm at -1 compensation, exposure compensation, and I have a 3-stop ND filter on to try and keep the speed down. I did set up for a Milky Way time lapse. It started with promise, but from the comfort of my sleeping bag I could see the clouds roll in at about 11 PM. So I finally got up and stopped it around midnight. The settings were f2.8. It was a 15-second exposure. My ISO was 3200. It was a 20-second interval, and it was manual focus. Just frying some pancakes in butter for breakfast. Pretty tasty. Better not tell my cardiologist. Well, it's now coming up to 9 o'clock, so I've decided to head for home. The clouds just aren't lifting. 9 AM was my cut-off time to get up Angelus Peak and be back down in time to get back to the car park at a sensible time. Even with this weather, I'm still keen to head over the ridge. As long as I can see a couple of the markers, I should be okay. And I do know the track well. When the weather is like this, I guess you have to decide where your comfort zone is or not. I spent the whole of my 20s walking in rain and low cloud like this in the Lake District, so I've walked in conditions like this many times. It also helps if you have really good gear. It kind of reminds me of one of Billy Connolly's punchlines. There's no such thing as bad weather, only the wrong clothes. There was only 6 other people in the hut last night, which is the joy of going out of season. You almost get the place to yourself. hear voices. Can't see anybody yet. I've had to push on as Ian's heading back to pick me up. I've got about an hour and a half to get to the car park, and I even think lunch at Rotoriti Lodge has been mentioned. Even with Ian having to head for home and still not getting up Angelus Peak, it's been a fab trip. I'm about to head down the Pinchgut Track, so I will leave you here. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.